Hey friends, what is up? Michael and Jill here, founders of The Market Vibe. Happy Saturday. It is December 4th, and I cannot believe that we are in the last month of 2021. That's definitely going to have to be a separate topic for another day because it's just so surreal. And yeah, I'm just always like taken aback whenever it's the last month of the year because I'm like, oh my gosh, we've like come so far. There's so many things we've seen. So, anyway, happy December to y'all. We thought we'd do a room that is just, or I'm sorry, a talk just talking about how social audio has impacted your life. We know that there's a lot of new people on the platform, people discovering wisdom every day. So we figured we'd do something more about social audio. And I am so happy to be joined by my sweet husband and co host, Mr. Michael Leonard.
Wow, thank you for that introduction. That was really weird. I wasn't expecting that.
Will you tell them what we have on the TV right now?
Oh, yeah. So Disney apparently has Yule Log, which you can put, if you don't have a fireplace, you can just put a fireplace on your TV in the background. So,
The thing that's so special about it, though, is it's from Frozen. So it's like the Arendelle Yule log. And what's so cute is I think every half an hour or so, Olaf runs through. And it's so cute. And yeah,
yeah. So if you're looking
we've been
for a
putting that
good,
on.
if you're looking for a good half hour to waste time and you want to see Olaf run across the screen.
Well, no, if you're like doing something or you want just like conversation, or you're playing board games, it's so great to put on in the background because it also has the fire crackle sounds. I have it muted right now, but it's very great for ambiance. You like it, don't you?
I do. Yeah. So the talk has actually been canceled. We're just going to talk about Yule Log and fireplaces and Frozen. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I mean, social audio we got on at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, February is when we hopped on.
And we just kind of wanted to talk about the kind of 5 ways that we saw it impact our life and just where we kind of see it going in the future. Because I think it's definitely here. I think there's so many more apps than I actually know about, but like it's not going anywhere basically. And so just talking about.
Well, the first one, if it's okay, I have one that's not on this list.
Oh, you're going to hit them with a bonus one?
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll start with the bonus. But I personally think that social audio came at a time when we all needed connection so freaking bad because we were all in quarantine, we were all self isolating, and it was like your bubble is great, but like, what if you don't have a bubble, or if your bubble is like Zoom only? So I think it just came at a time when we all needed connection. And like, that's the biggest impact I've gotten from it personally.
Well, that actually is like, that's more in the, I guess that's like number 3 on there.
Oh, friendships. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to skip around. So yeah, like friendships, because I think, and also I'll just put 1 and 3 together, like personal and professional. So it was easier to just network with people.
Yeah.
I think like, oh gosh, the networking events, at least around where we live, are like, they're so just like awkward. And
also just few and far between.
Yeah, and it's hard to like get differing opinions and perspectives, and I feel like social audio just made it really easy for people anywhere to come together. Like I remember in the very beginning of Clubhouse, people would like have people say where they were from just to show like the vast like differences of perspectives, and you'd hear like 30, 40, 50 different countries. And so I think it was really cool to be able to network and build friendships and business relationships, because there just never was really any way for you to do something like that before.
Yeah, because I remember when we first got into business and like we were reading like all the articles, everything we could get our hands on just to like learn about business. And I remember one of like the 5 pillars is like networking. And I never really understood what that meant because I was like, oh my God, I don't know where to find people to talk to. And like we just live in a city that is not very entrepreneurial, small business friendly. It's very commercial, it's very franchise. Like there are small businesses, but not a lot. So I always found that really challenging. Like, where am I going to go to network with people unless you're at a conference or something like that? So I feel like this made networking so much easier. And it's like, if somebody is in a talk that's like about business, then like, oh, I'm going to go here. So I feel like it's just like pointing you in the direction of how to network instead of trying to be like, where am I supposed to meet people? Does that make sense?
That definitely makes sense. Yeah, I was the same way as you. I always heard like you have to network, and I'm like, I don't know what that means or what that looks like. And so I would do like the things, which is like go to local things, and I never really found them beneficial. And so yeah, social audio was just really great for being able to just gain different perspectives and meet different people. I know we went on trips like to see
Mm-hmm.
people that we met.
Yeah, it
So
was
we went to
wild.
like Denver and like Texas, and so we've been to like a
Vegas,
bunch of cool
yeah.
places to meet cool people because of it.
Oh, in LA when we met
Mm-hmm.
Miley, that was
Yeah.
so cool.
I think the next one, and this for me, is it's made me a better communicator and a better listener.
Yeah.
Because I think when COVID happened, like it was just you and me communicating. Like we were all isolated, and then now you get onto apps like this, and it can seem hard to speak. But once you do start to speak, you kind of get like the hang of it, and then you get into a flow, and so it makes you a better communicator because again, you're speaking with like different people who have different mannerisms and perspectives, and so it just makes you better. And also, like on apps like this, you really have to listen because
Mm-hmm.
typically you're either like, especially on an app like this, like you're going to ask a question or something, like so you have to be very very present. And so I think it's made me a better communicator and listener overall.
Yeah, I'll agree. I totally agree with that because, like, I know, I think I went on a rant the other day that there is this like podcast that and they're people that I like, but I cannot listen to it because they literally just talk over each other the whole time, and it's so annoying. And I think that, yeah, it's made me slow down and really listen to what you're saying, what the other person is saying, and not interrupting unless it's like, sometimes it's fun when you're having like a high energy conversation and you're like really excited about something. But if people are just constantly cutting each other off, I'm like, oh my gosh, stop it, so annoying. So yeah, I think this has been a great app for people who are not the best communicators to come on and like learn better social skills. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're not going to learn that unless your parents were like or your environment was consciously like, this is how you have a conversation. Like I didn't have that. So it's like really cool to just learn on your own the art of conversation. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah. No, I think that social audio came around. Oh, you're good. So that came around like right when we, like you were saying earlier, like right when we all needed it. So we've
Mm-hmm.
talked about networking, we talked about friendships, communication, and listening. I think that, yeah, it's just the last one I'll talk about, and like obviously this isn't the most important, but like a lot of business came about because
Yeah,
of social audio, and
so much
I think
business.
I don't necessarily want to focus on like that particularly, but more of the reason like why is because social audio is so easy to build, know like friendships really quickly, like know like and trust so much easier than like sending emails and things back and forth. So I think that when you're in a room like or on Clubhouse or here and like someone hears you speak and they see, okay, well obviously they know what they're talking about, like I'm hearing them in real time, like they seem really cool, like I get a chance to ask them questions, like it's so different than any form of like exposure you could get for your business, that
Yeah.
just by you getting on stages and answering people's questions and speaking, like business just naturally comes from it. You don't actually even have to chase it necessarily, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense because I mean, there's something to be said about the difference between you talking on your own page, like your own Instagram page and filming videos, and being highlighted on in a talk or on stage as a person of influence or a person who is an expert in the subject that you're talking about. So I think that that was why it was a game changer for us, is because we were brought into social media rooms and we were asked to speak, and we were given the chance to like actually show what we know and add value, like, and really we were just giving people the answers for free. We were like, here's what you should do, go do it. And I think with our clients that earned a lot of their respect because they're like, dang, they know what they're doing and they're just giving it for free because we're not, I think that's it showed to like our mindset of like we're not afraid to give advice for free because we know that like clients and business will take care of itself. That was a little bit of a tangent, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, we have somebody in the waiting room. Did you want to wrap that up any before we bring him up?
No, I think that that was perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring Daniel up. So that's cool. I was hoping we'd have a guest or two. Come on.
Yeah, three, two,
Oh yeah, the three, two,
one.
one. Hey Daniel, how's it going?
Michael and Jill, how are you?
We're doing great today. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I know you're both doing great. I mean, when you look at that picture, it seems like that's you two 24/7, just staring at each other going, I love you, my love. I love you, baby.
That's actually what we do. That's how we look 24/7. You're
Yeah.
right. We sleep like that, everything.
You know what? If you could bottle that, that's the meaning of life right there. You dig?
So I would love to hear because I know that you're really prevalent on wisdom. How has social audio impacted your life?
And do you have about 5 hours or no?
I got about 15 minutes.
Well said. It's life altering for the better if you let it be the better. The things that are to the detriment, to the negative, you quote unquote bottle those and kind of bat those away and let those go.
Mm.
How about you two? Have you been on social audio for a long time or?
So we got on Clubhouse at the beginning of February
Wow.
of this year. And we got on Wisdom, I believe it was the first week. So we've been on social audio almost a year now. But we've really
Wow.
enjoyed it. I think for just like we were talking about earlier, just the friendships that we've made. We've
Mm,
actually flown to people that we met like on Clubhouse and like met them in real life. So it's just
wow.
been really cool to just be able to network with different people and get different perspectives and access
Mm,
to talking to people in different countries that I would have never been able to had I not maybe like gone to that country in and of itself. So it's
mm,
just really
mm.
cool. It just opened up doors to possibilities that were never available.
Yeah, I'll add too. I think what's been really special is that Michael and I had done, you know, talks in rooms on our own time, and it's really encouraged us to communicate more. And
Mm,
I will say that, like, communication, I'm sure every couple is something that is very difficult, especially, with how you were raised
mhm,
and you have different communication styles. But it's really, we've had so many breakthrough in communication just this year from social audio, just because it's encouraged us to start talking to each other more. So that's one of the main blessings I think we've gotten out of it.
You know, to the both of you, that's beautifully, beautifully said. Because to me, and I can only speak for me, that's life. If something impacts your life so much so, whether it be a social audio, whether it be walking around together holding hands, whether it be looking in each other's eyes and going, you know what? You are my breath. You are my heart. You're my baby. If something helps raise that up and lift it up and makes you fall more in love and also share that, and then are you not there? You're there.
I love that. That is so true.
Yeah.
And let,
And we love, oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. I've been, well, gosh, a quick overview. I've been on social audio period for 55 days, 54, 55 days.
Mm.
Wisdom. I stumbled into Wisdom about a week after Clubhouse. I went to Clubhouse because I own a real estate corporation. It's a California LLC. And we had, our granddaddy mentors go, hey, email. Hey, we're on the road. We're living the dream, as you all know. Go to Clubhouse because we're not going to have our podcast. I'm like, huh? Tree house, Clubhouse, greenhouse? What kind of house is that, man? Went over there, stumbled into their talk, and I'm like, wow, that's glorious. And then it was over, totally meat from their talk. After that, I fell down this big white hole, rabbit hole of Clubhouse. I'm like, wow, there's people just like me, cut from the same cloth. And so I fell in there for hours and hours. I was there about a week, and then a room popped up and it said, a new social audio app, Wisdom. Boom. Hit there on day one. Not May, October 12th, Tuesday. And I lit up I'm not shy. So I tinkered around. I'm like, minutes for the talk. I'm like, my name's Daniel. And hang on a second. Start talk. Seriously? Boop. 3, 2, 1. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. you know?
That's really cool. Okay, so you were on since day one. So what? Because I've noticed you. Do you still spend the same amount of time on Clubhouse? Because I see you on Wisdom pretty prevalently. Do you spend most of your time on Wisdom? What does that ratio look like?
Out of 100%, I spend probably about 95% on Wisdom plus, and a little bit of time on Clubhouse because that's where Kimberly King is. That's where Dio is. That's where Dio's friend Iffy is. That's where a lot of movers and shakers are. Plus, When I go there, there's stuff on there that's like wicked amazing. There's like raindrops. There's like flute. I'm like, I can slip down and just go, hallelujah. This is relaxing, man. You know?
Yeah, I love some of those music rooms, and then like at night I'll put them on if I have trouble sleeping. They're
Mm.
so nice to have. So then I want to ask you, what is it about wisdom that you enjoy so much more that you spend so much time here than on Clubhouse?
Well, because wisdom is conversations that matter, is it not?
Yeah,
I 100% agree.
that was such a
Uh,
good way of putting it. That was almost like a
Short
slogan.
and sweet, yeah.
well,
Conversation.
slogan or not, Michael and Jill. And you know what? I'm excited about going forward because when I'm popped on, you're going to pop on and hey, Daniel, we're getting ready to hit it, go out. I just wanted to take about 15 seconds to say, hey, you know what? I love what you're doing, man. And when I see you from now on, I'm going to hop up and I'll probably be number 47 in the queue because you're popular. But check this out, Michael and Jill. A conversation saved my life. A
Oh,
conversation
tell
saved
us
my
more.
life. Well, I'm not 12 anymore, but when I did the Great Pumpkin charity with our team, and it was the first wisdom charity, it lasted 26 hours straight. And I pray that you come to the 12 hours that I do this Tuesday coming up, because December Tuesday the 7th, not sure what your schedule is, but I'll be doing 12 hours on Pacific Standard Time, California, Orange County. I'm going to do 12 full hours. I'll do the first 3 hours myself and have all the 1 hour slots lined up across the board. And we have hard appointments to have Kimberly King speak, Isaac Mashman, my public relations forum, public relations gentleman, handling my PR. Dig that, right? 55 days of my life, and now I have a PR firm. Huh. I mean, dig that. So the reason I did 26 hours on the Great Pumpkin charity, and that thousands of dollars check went to benefit NAMI, which is the National Association of Mental Illness. That I know it already has saved a life. Even if $1 wasn't taken out of there that saved the life, all the people we had pegged in that night for 26 hours, i.e., psychologists, lawyers, doctors, telling stories about, hey, if you have somebody in your life, hey, reach out, ask how your friends are doing. You're looking at your sister, looking in her eyes. Hey, what's going on, Maggie? I'm fine, fine. No, how are you? Really, honey? Really? You sit here next to me. What's going on? What's going on? What's in your eyes? Hey, Daniel, my heart's hurting. My heart's hurting. Can you talk to me? Yeah, I can talk to you. Yeah, I can talk to you. So that charity has saved a life already, you know?
Wow.
I mean, when I was 23 years old, and I'm not 23 anymore, I'm decades past that, but I'm here for one reason. There's work to do. When my sister walked into my room and she screamed out, and I yelled out because she scared the hell out of me, I scared the hell out of her. She was looking at me sitting at my desk there with a 14-ounce tumbler of water and 85 sleeping pills.
Yeah, I think I think that's so important too to remember. Like, I loved what you said that there's work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally starts with one person at a time. And for you, it started with your sister. And that's incredible that you were able to have that moment with her, where she felt safe enough to share that with you. And I think
She,
that wisdom has that same ability to be here for someone in the
absolutely.
dark, letting them know that they are not alone.
Absolutely. And it wasn't my sister that was the conversation that saved my life because I don't remember what happened with her or what happened in the days throughout. But, in that darkness I was in, because I get hit by a car. But that darkness that I was enveloped in, I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. But there was an angel wing that reached in, and I grabbed onto the angel wing. And it was that conversation with the angel that said, hey, there's work to be done. Hey, you're a child of the living God, you know. So it's wonderful to talk to you both. And I'm at 252 episodes so far.
Love it. That's quite a
Yeah,
feat.
not
That's
bad.
amazing. And you said
But
this is coming up this Tuesday's 12 hours?
yeah, can I come back up? Is there anybody in your queue or no?
No, there's not. Yeah.
Okay, may I
So
come back up?
yeah, absolutely. We've got
Okay,
about 5 more minutes, so I would love for you to come back up so we can kind
I'm
of
gonna
finish the
I'm gonna
conversation.
I'm gonna bow out.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I never know how long to put the timer on.
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, it's 10 minutes because then 10 minutes, but I tried 5 minutes and 5 minutes is definitely not long enough.
That would be fun for like a speed round though with
Like
people.
speed networking or something.
Yeah.
Speed
Yeah.
dating. Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed friends.
Speed friends.
You know what? You better trademark that, but I digress.
I know, right?
Hey, Dio, if you're listening,
We're trademarking that.
You know what? This is truth. I'm going to follow Michael and Jill. Is it Leonard or Leonard? Leonard?
Leonard, yeah.
Leonard.
Michael and Jill Leonard. I'm going to follow Michael and Jill Leonard, and as the weeks, the months, the year or two goes by, I'll be like, seriously, you two are worth 100 million now? Daniel, I told you 9 figures, man. We did the trademark. Seriously?
That
That's
is
wicked, man.
that's so crazy that you said that because we just had a huge conversation of like we've been so consumed with like business success and we like almost both had this epiphany that like maybe we don't want all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what we want is what you said in the picture. And
Well,
whatever monetarily that looks like is fine with us.
Mm-hmm.
right, and therein lies the genius, because again, within my let's see, let me see how much time we have left on some distant stream. Beautiful, 8:40-ish. Within my own personal life, professionally and personally, outside of wisdom, if wisdom never existed, if I never had a Daniel daily show, who cares? But my life is like Christmas every day. You know Alejandro here, right? The Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back channel. He flashed me a picture of what he has in his office. I go, brother. I go, you have that you have that Christmas tree every single day in your life, in your office? He goes, that's right. That's exactly right. I go, dude, your day is like my life, like Christmas every day. He's like, that's right, brother. That's why we're back channel. That's why we're going to collaborate. That's why, as an international speaker, I talk to you, bro. I'm like, I know that, man. I know that. But you know what? 54, maybe 55 days today. And I'm not bragging because it impresses the dickens out of me. I'm like, thank you, God, every day. Thank you, because whether I'm making, it doesn't matter how much I make with my company, but let's put it this way, I do well enough to do what I want when I want, year over year over year. So that's why I'm on wisdom, to share love, to share respect, to share, hey, if you're going to love people, lift them up. If you're going to help Michael and Jill get to 100 million a year, do that, man. Do that. Right now, I've got a PR firm going, got a couple of trademark going. I founded another LLC, and it's wicked amazing, wicked crazy. I love it. I love it.
That's so cool. I'm exactly like you. Like I love being busy, like
Mhm.
doing like all of the things. I just never want it to be at the expense of because what I noticed it was is it became like the boundaries of when work would stop and like things would be turned off kind of started to get blurred a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, you start doing the late nights and things like that. And so I started to notice that it started to kind of creep into the relationship aspect. And so I never want it to be at the detriment. Like, don't get me wrong. Like if we helped people and the byproduct of helping people was $100 million, I'm not going to
Uh-huh.
sit there and like turn it down. I'll take it and give like literally
Yeah.
99.9% back. But
Precise.
I just don't want to get so consumed with chasing, like how you hear people say the almighty dollar that
Yeah.
it
No,
becomes a
no.
detriment.
Yeah, no, and you won't, because you're both in love. What you have, you can't buy, man. I mean, what you have, you can't buy. Check this. Here's what's on the top of my business office here, next to all my degrees. It's Luke 12:48. To whom much is given, much is required. I mean, the people that I have in my life that I adore with my life, they know I'm not 12 anymore. I'm not 22 or 32. So whether I make 100,000 or $1 million a month, guess what? Am I a good steward? Yes, I am.
Mm.
Yes, I am. You know,
Wait,
I
you're
just
not
walked out of my
32?
front door. No, I'm 38. I'm kidding. I love you. I'll send you a check right now. But no, I just walked out of my front door in Orange County right now, and it looks like that movie, The Birds. There's crows everywhere. But it's gorgeous out here. Where are you? Are you back east, or where are you?
We're actually in Northern California.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Now, where? Up, like Sacramento? Not
Yeah,
where?
we're in like the Sacramento area, a little bit northern.
Okay, right on.
I
That's
grew up
where
near Tahoe.
Right on. Because I have about the next month, maybe schedule out to. I'm going to Vegas to go hang with Paul Vato, and we're going to do a day on the 11th in Las Vegas. I just got back from the Grand Canyon, and Dio knew I was there. She was all, Daniel, are you gonna go live on Wisdom in the Grand Canyon? I'm like, Dio, Miss Dio, this is Daniel. She goes, that's right. You're a maniac. We love you. You go live wherever you are. At the nursing home at Knott's Berry Farm, California. It's like, where don't you go live? I go to the restroom. She goes, true that. Yeah, true that. I don't mind. I don't mind. Are you let's see, we have 4:30 left. Are you back channel right now? I'll give you my email if you don't mind. Are
Yeah.
you on Messenger?
Yes.
What do I punch in? Because I'm on a different screen now. What do I
Oh,
punch in to
you
find
can
you?
go directly to actually our Instagram is the best way to get a hold of us. So if you just click on there
Let me
and go to
click
our
this
Instagram.
down real quickly. Go ahead. So sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you can just go and click our Instagram, and then you can just DM us through there because that's usually the way people get a hold of us the easiest.
Okay. So what do I punch in? I'm so sorry. What do I punch in?
Oh, so you just
Jill.
click our profile picture.
Okay, but what do I punch in the search bar though? In the search bar.
Oh, Michael and Jill. Oh, in Instagram. Yeah, if you just type Michael and Jill, that's our name across everything. We tried to make it as
Okay.
simple as possible.
Okay. See, it's so simple it like escapes me. I'm just like, hey, Daniel, Michael and Jill, man, who are you speaking to? I'm like, I'm sorry. It's all new to me, man. Let's see, Michael and Jill, digital marketing agency. There you go. I'm gonna follow
That's
you.
up.
Can I put a message in right now? Let's see.
It should
Um,
allow you to. Yeah,
message. Here we go. Daniel, and you know the show, right? The Daniel Daily Show.
I do.
Okay, the Daniel Daily. Bear with me a quick second, because this day is going to live in infamy. We'll be like, holy shice, D. Remember that day when you put through your goodies, and I was like, seriously, are you real, you maniac? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm real. I'll be like, how did you fall so head over heels in love? Can we bottle that? Okay, there we go. Let me know if you got that.
Perfect. Okay, hold on. I have to grab my phone. Hold on, Jill's here. I need you to do. She's putting ornaments on the Christmas tree too.
Sorry,
I need
I'm
her to take
Are you
over.
serious?
yeah.
That's so beautiful. How the hell? Sorry. How did you two meet? And that's why I'd love to keep.
So it's actually a really cool story. It's like one of our favorite stories to tell.
Mm,
And we met because we both went to Chico State for college.
mm-hmm.
And we met in a class that Michael had no business in because
Oh,
he was a psych major, I was an English major, and he had like a 2 hour break or something like that. So he was like, oh, I'm just going to take a random class. Took Survey of American Lit, a class that was for my major. And what's funny is I tried to take it the semester before, but it was
mm-hmm.
it was full, so I had to wait. And I he sat like 2 rows down from me, and like there was a group of us who would all chat, and I thought he was like really nice, but I couldn't really talk to him much because there was somebody in between us. And then October 7th, he sat next to me and then asked me to go study in the library. And then we went on our first date. And then that's been us. We just celebrated our 11th year together this past October. So, yeah,
Okay,
it was
so let's
total
put it this
divine
way. It
intervention.
was actually, it was a quote unquote mistake, but it wasn't a mistake because you're married, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Check it out. God is good. God's on the throne. It wasn't a happenstance you two met. There's no way. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it was divine intervention for sure.
Oh, totally. So I'm going to put this through right now, and you tell me what I put through. Tell me these words that I put through.
You put. Oh, you mean that you texted me,
Uh-huh.
Daniel? Love you.
We're hooked in.
There it is.
And we're hooked in. I'd love to learn about you. And I'm a Christian. I'm a man of faith. So whenever I kind of connect with somebody or hook up with somebody, it has to be clear, tried, and true. Because just like you, your reputation is better and bigger than mine. I'm new, but I do things sometimes spur of the moment that can be quick. But if somebody does go quickly sideways, which I think I can kind of tell what's in somebody's heart and head, I'll block the number. Boom, done. Right? Done.
Definitely. Well, you don't have to worry about that. We love you. And I
Thank
would love to like have you on again when we have more time and like go
Love
deeper and just talk and get to know you more.
Absolutely.
love to.
Welcome
Michael and Jill, God bless you. And Jill's putting ornaments on there. You're living in glory. Love you.
Thanks, Daniel. Oh yeah, Jill is doing we put up a second tree, but I think that there was a little bit of
It just
ornament
wasn't
maintenance.
even, and I can get kind of
Jill's not happy with it.
no,
Let's
I'm very happy with it. I just wanted to even it out because I was looking at it and we have all of these like really cute wedding ones that were in a pile, and then I have dessert ones that were in a pile. So now I just spread it out. I'll have to take a picture and put it up on our Instagram so you guys can see what
so you can
I'm
judge it for
actually
yourselves.
talking about. I don't care if you judge it. I'm obsessed. I think it is so pretty
It is
and
very
so
beautiful.
cute. But yeah, what a special. So happy to connect with you, Daniel. And that's honestly the power of social audio that we think is you can meet incredible people that you would have never met otherwise. So
And yeah, the
yeah.
ability to build a relationship is so much. I don't want to say faster, like that's not the right, but it just I feel like you get to know people at such an accelerated rate in a good way.
Well, and I feel you can tell by voice, like if somebody is real or not, like you can tell, you can hear someone's emotions, you can hear how they speak. That's better. You can hear a lot from somebody's voice and it's just more intimate. And there we
I
go.
love how you're pep talking yourself as you're talking to Wisdom. She's like, "Oh yeah, that looks better." I don't know if anybody caught that.
It just needed a little zhuzhing and we're good.
Oh, that was just amazing. Well, thank you everyone who listened. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, social audio has impacted our life tremendously, and we're just so happy to be here and just add value and share wisdom where where we can, and hopefully it impacts people in a positive way. So thank you everyone. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and we will be back on next week.
Bye, friends.